Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing the Best in Beauty 2019. These are the best of the best, creme de la creme, literally top drawer, can't be beat products that I have been loving in 2019. Some of them or most of them I found in 2019. There might be some that were released a little bit before, but these are like the best, okay? Top drawer. If I was traveling, this is what I'm going with. I have a little bit of skincare, a little bit of hair care, a couple brushes, but mostly makeup. I'm gonna try to move quickly, get to the point, tell you why I love the products. I'm wearing a lot of them right now. So if you're new here, I would love for you to subscribe. I do a ton of trying new makeup, hauls, reviews, tutorials, all of the above. And let's go ahead and get into the best products of 2019. I'm gonna start off with skincare because I only have a few core products that I love. I don't use 30, different skincare products. I don't slather on 10 every night. I have literally a few products that really do it for me, and I have found some crazy gems this year. So I am partnering with BeautyStat on this first portion of the video because I have been using this product for 9 months now. I did a sponsorship with them back in March and I've been using it ever since. Let me just show you my stash. So I have these three right here, and then I just purchased these myself from, I think they had like a Black Friday 25% off sale. So I went ahead and got 2 backups. I cannot be without this product. So when they reached out to me and were like, hey, do you want to work together again? Of course I do. I love this product. So this is the BeautyStat Universal C Skin Refiner. This is a powerhouse vitamin C serum that I have literally fallen in love with. I cannot live without. It has 20% pure vitamin C, which is the highest allowed on the market. Pure vitamin C is extremely hard to keep stable. That's why you see a lot of times in serums, they turn brown, they oxidize, and they lose their effectiveness. This has an encapsulated delivery system, so it's really unique. Every single pump from the first to the last is gonna come out full strength. There's gonna be no oxidation or weird funky smell or anything like that. And it's going to be as effective from the first pump to the last, which is a huge thing because it's really hard to keep vitamin C stable and potent. So when you do rub this into your skin, it does tingle. You can feel it working and it has a really nice slip to it. It is fragrance free. That is a huge thing for me. It doesn't irritate. I have sensitive skin, and over time and immediately I notice smoother skin, less texture, even skin tone. I feel like my redness was calmed down, and that was something I was really just embarrassed about. I have rosacea and I felt like I just always looked so red in the center of my face and then white around the rest of my face. It's really kind of evened everything out. It's helped with dark spots, fading them, scars from acne. It's helped with my acne. I will not be without this. As I said, I just have a ton floating around my house. This is probably the standout product for me this year in terms of doing the most for my skin. And I've had some of you guys try it and tell me that you bought it and you loved it, and then when you ran out, you noticed and you were like, oh my gosh, I need to get another one. So BeautyStat did give me a 50% off code, which is the biggest I think they've done. So I will link it down below. I'll put the code up here. They also do have a moisturizer that's really nice too. It has a nice slip to it, plays nicely under makeup. So overall, if I had to pick one standout product for me skincare wise, it's absolutely this product. I cannot be without it. It's just done wonders for me. So I'll have everything linked down below. I'm excited to see what else they come out with because this has really changed my skin and it's just become really a core staple product for me. So thank you to BeautyStat for working with me on this, and let's get into all of the rest of my recommendations for 2019. I have 2 masks to mention for skincare, so I'm gonna move quickly. The first one is the Ordinary AHA 30% BHA 2% peeling solution. I've talked about this before. This is super affordable, but this is a mask. It's a 10-minute exfoliating facial. So you just apply it, leave it on for up to 10 minutes and wash it off with the cool water. This helps with texture, pores, anything like that. So this is kind of like a once a week mask for me, or when I feel like my skin just needs kind of like a resurfacing, if you will. So I really, really enjoy this. The price point is great. Another option, I probably like this a little bit more. This is the Image Skincare Ageless Total Resurfacing Mask. Gone through, I think, 3 of these. This is really nice because it has like a clay-like texture. I guess I could show you. But it has exfoliating in it. So you apply it, let it sit for, what is this, like 20 minutes? It says 5 to 30 minutes. It does tingle a little bit, kind of has like a menthol smell. And then when you wash it off, it has granules in it, so it does exfoliate as well. So these are my 2 picks. If I had to throw away all my other masks, these are really the only ones that I would miss, like really bad, I'd be like, oh my God, I need those back, because these are like my, just when I want to treat myself or I really feel like I have congestion and I really need to clear out my pores, these are great products. I have one cleansing balm that I've fallen in love with, and you can get this at Beautylish. This is Good Molecules Instant Cleansing Balm. They sent this over to me. This just works beautifully. It's not super expensive. You just kind of scoop some out, apply it to your makeup, and just kind of rub off all your makeup, and it doesn't leave a film. I've tried some that leave a film or you have to double cleanse, and I don't like that. I still do wash my face after this, like with just like a normal cleanser, but this doesn't leave stickiness or like a greasy film on my face, and that's why I really love it. It's effective and it's not super expensive, so I'll link it down below. For those of you that get acne specifically, I would say sometimes it works on cystic, but if you get acne in general, you have to get these. These are the Hanhu Blemish Patches, non-medicated hydrocolloid spot treatments. I have gone through so many of these. You get 72 patches in a pack. I can link these from Amazon. You can get them from Walmart and store. They can be difficult to find, so I got them on Amazon last time. But this is what they look like. So they're just like little hydrocolloid packages. And what I like about them being non-medicated is that sometimes the medicated ones really dry out the skin on your face, but they don't necessarily get rid of the infection or the blemish. These pull the infection out like nothing I've ever tried. I do like the Zit Sticka ones for cystic acne because they kind of have little darts that kind of like puncture into the skin. But these are for more so acne that is already, it has a head. I know it's gross, but you put these on overnight, and when you wake up, there's like white stuff, let's say, gunk that has been pulled out. This flattens my acne. I'm telling you, these are phenomenal. Read the reviews. They're really affordable as well. I cannot not have these. Like if I have a little blemish, throw one of these on before bed. In the morning it's flat. These are incredible. Can't live without them. Always have them on hand. So I will link these down below as well. I have one honorable mention for skincare that I had to mention. It's new to me, like literally only a week or two, but I am so in love with it. And I talked to my friend Cheryl and she was like, oh my God, I use that every day. I love it. And I was like, why have I not tried this? This is the Foreo Luna Play. This is the small one. I bought two during the Sephora, well, it was the Black Friday Sephora sale. I think I paid like $40 for this. So I don't know if you can hear that. Is it ASMR? But this vibrates and you just kind of use circular motions and it cleans your face. So this I use morning and night. This has helped so much. I don't know if any of you guys get that, but I get like these little congested pores right here and like kind of like the crease of my chin. You can't really see them, but I find myself wanting to pick at them and then I create like acne for myself. I'm like, stop picking at it. This has been great. I think this has like antimicrobial properties. So with the Clarisonic, which I've tried and I had for a long time, I feel like the brushes are just, I don't know, collecting just dirt, and then you have to replace the brush heads and all this stuff. And with this, you don't have to. You literally just do this and you're good to go. It's like 2 minutes. You can sync it to your phone. So I have this small one and then I have a bigger one that I think I paid like $100 for. Honestly, I think you can go with the small one. They really do the same thing in my opinion. So I keep one again downstairs and one in my shower. And there's been times when I felt lazy and I was like, no, because it really just, it exfoliates my skin without being too harsh. I feel like before I didn't use this, I would be using like a kind of face scrub way too much, and you don't want to do that too much. You want to do a face scrub like 1 or 2 times a week. So this has been a lifesaver for me. I've seen a lot of people do ads and sponsorships, and I honestly understand why, because I'm obsessed with this product. Moving on to makeup, I'm gonna start with moisturizer slash primer. So my pick for the year is the Juno & Co. Moonshine Cream. So they say you can use this as a primer. I use it really as a moisturizer, but I love it. I like the Tatcha Dewy cream as well. This is a more affordable option, and this is just really nice. Very lightly scented, doesn't irritate, really just nice and smoothing, a nice moisturizing base for any foundation. So I use this again just to moisturize and prep my skin. You can use this before bed as well. This is an everyday, just before makeup, or if I'm not wearing makeup, just to hydrate the skin. I truly love this product. It's very similar to like the Bobbi Brown face base, also the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. So I actually prefer this one. It just has a little bit less of a fragrance, Love it. Had to mention it. Top drawer always. In terms of a primer, I really love this primer. This is the NARS Radiance Primer, and I just, honestly, I love this. It's so beautiful under makeup. I can layer it. It's really thin, so I can use this and then put this on top, and it just really hydrates my skin. It's just a standout product to me. It doesn't help with pores, but it just gives you a nice radiance and hydration. I especially love loading this up on my forehead because it really helps hydrate. I get patchiness like around my forehead because I do have combo skin. I get like oily in the T-zone, but I'm really dry up here. So this helps combat that. It just lays beautifully under makeup, or if you're not wearing makeup, it has like a nice, just a light pinky glow. It's a gorgeous primer. All right, for foundation, there was a ton of foundations this year, but I have two that stand out to me that I use the most, that I feel like always work for me. And my top pick is the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear. This is just a beautiful foundation. It is a medium to full coverage. It lasts long. It's almost like a more hydrating Estee Lauder Double Wear. It just looks good on the skin. It's not, you know, super dewy. It's not super matte. It's just kind of in between. It just looks like skin to me, but you can really use it more sheer for every day, or you can use it for full glam, and it lasts a long time. I love this. I've gone through actual multiple bottles of this. Again, for my collection, when I do that, that's telling me that these are hot fire products for me. And I mean, who would have thought a drugstore foundation was the top pick for me this year? My second pick I'm wearing right now, and this is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Weightless, what is this called? Weightless Liquid Foundation. I have the shade 41NN. I love this foundation. It looks so good. You don't have to set this. That is one thing. I hear people say that all the time, like, you don't have to set this, and I roll my eyes because I'm like, yes, I do. This is one of the very few products that me as a combo person that always sets my foundation, I don't have to set this. This lasts a long time. It doesn't accentuate. You can do sheer. This has less coverage than the L'Oreal, but you can build it up. I mean, right now I have it on. I have full glam on, so you can build it up. I applied it with a beauty blender. I really have nothing but good things to say about this product. I think it's beautiful, and it really does look like skin. So I really think you should try this out, especially if you like more of like a medium coverage. You find a lot of the foundations are super heavy. This is not. It really is weightless, as it says, and I just think it's a beautiful finish. Moving on to concealer, I have a standout product. It's so funny, when it first came out, I didn't have the right shade, so I didn't really fall in love with it, but I actually fell in love when I got the right shade. This is the Too Faced Born This Way Sculpting Concealer in Shortbread, which is a really yellow tone, and I love this concealer. This is a full glam, full coverage concealer, so I use this more so when I'm doing full glam. If I want to use it on an everyday basis, I just kind of do a couple dots, but this is beautiful, nice and smoothing, high coverage. I really, really love this. If you're looking for a concealer that has a medium coverage, it's buildable, but it's thinner and it's nice and smoothing, my pick would be the Iconic London Seamless Concealer. I'm wearing this right now. This is a gorgeous concealer, very thin, so it's not like a thick, hard to blend formula. You can build this up. So you can see it's just very, very thin, and you can just layer it. It's not like really thick like a Tarte Shape Tape or even the Too Faced. So I feel like you could use this to highlight down the center of your face. This is kind of a multi-use product, but that's beautiful. It's really smoothing under the eye, gives me enough coverage. As I said, I'm wearing it right now, just one layer of it. It's nice and hydrating. I don't find that it accentuates texture. I feel like nobody talks about this because not a lot of people are on Iconic London PR, but this is a standout concealer to me. I have one that's kind of like an honorable mention, but I use it a lot, and this is the Charlotte Tilbury Under Eye Corrector in Fair. So you can use this on your under eyes as a concealer for quick gym days if you have darkness, or you can use it under your concealer. I use it to kind of conceal blemishes before foundation. Also, I use this to clean up my brows. This is like a great product. I swear I love this. And I didn't think I would. Usually like color correctors, I'm like, nah. But I think it's because a lot of them are like red, and I feel like it's a lot of work. This really just kind of cancels out blueness and redness. I find myself using this a ton. It's top drawer. I think they have 3 or 4 shades, so depending on what your issue is, but this shade works for me beautifully. Truth be told, I could use it just as a concealer, but I usually use it more so to conceal, clean up my brows, or if I feel really dark in here and I just want to like take the edge off. This is a really multi what is it, multi-use product, and I really love it. Moving into powders, I have one pressed and I have one loose, and I have a lot that I like, but I had to mention the Nakia Joy Velvet Finishing Powder. You guys recommended this to me and I love it. This is a beautiful loose powder you can use under your eyes, T-zone, all over your face. It does brighten a little bit, but it's just so finely milled. It's not heavily fragranced. It's a beautiful, wow, good job, Stephanie. I just let her fucking flow. As I was saying, it's a beautiful kind of like beigey yellow color. I just feel like it's universal. It'll work for a lot of people. I really love this. It's quite smoothing, very lightweight. I feel like there's powder flying everywhere now, but this is a great product. I keep it top drawer, so thank you for recommending it to me because I think it's phenomenal. Another powder I use all the time is the JCat Aquasurance powder. So this is supposed to be a powder foundation. I have the shade Ivory. You can see I have Hit Pan. I don't use this alone. I don't know, I like my Fit Cover the most just for like all over, but this is like setting under the eyes, kind of pinching in the nose, cleaning up the contour. This is like a retouch powder. I love this. I think you can get this at Ulta. It's a beautiful powder. It's very similar to the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish powder, which I absolutely love, but obviously that one's really expensive. This is very similar in texture. It's not drying. It's nice and creamy under the eyes. I highly recommend if you want to check this out. It's a great price, and I think they have, I want to say like 8 or 9 shades, so it's not a huge range, but if you can get your hands on this, I think you'll really enjoy it. Okay, so I actually almost forgot because it was in my box. I have a box of all my products here, and this was at the bottom. How could I forget this? This is the By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra Powder. So they have tinted ones. This is the original. Honestly, this is such a smoothing, finely milled powder. I would not bake with this, whereas the Nakia Joy you could bake. The Nakia Joy is kind of like the Too Faced Born This Way. You can bake with it or you can set lightly. The By Terry, you really want to use a brush and set very lightly. If you are somebody that is dry, I think you would like the By Terry. Very smoothing, lightweight, and you just dust it under your eyes and your T-zone and it sets everything beautifully, but it's not heavy at all. It is so finely milled. So I have this and I have the tinted, really whichever one works for you. Oh my gosh, this is a great powder. I have so much left because a little bit goes a long way, whereas I bake with the other ones. This one is like when I want a light glam or I just want to lightly set my T-zone, this is the one I'm going for. Moving on to bronzer this year, I had 2 that really stuck out to me that I use more than anything. The first being the Jouer Soft Focus Hydrate and Set Powder in Dark. I have really gone ham in this. This has a nice kind of luminescence to it. I don't want to say luminescence, but it has a satin finish, so it has a little bit of like that healthy glow. This is a beautiful color, very soft powder, buildable. It doesn't just go on super heavy and then you can't blend it. It blends beautifully. I did try this powder for setting like my under eyes and stuff in a lighter shade, and I didn't love it as much. I truly just like this for a bronzer, one of my most reached for, so I had to talk about it. Another bronzer that really blew me away, and I continue to use this every single day, you guys, especially when I'm not filming. I have this on as a contour today. This is the NARS Summer Lights Face Palette. I've talked about it and I've talked about it and I'm talking about it again. This is a beautiful palette. The bronzer in here blends incredibly. The bronzer shade in here is called Destination Unknown. If NARS sells that bronzer separately, I might look into it because I'm telling you, you can't mess this up. Like, you literally can't mess this up. It will blend no matter what you do. If you apply a big streak, it'll blend. It's such a beautiful color. These eyeshadows are great too, especially for beginners or if you want neutral looks and you just kind of want to one and done. I've talked about this. The highlight is nice and light. It's just like a natural lit from within highlight, but really the bronzer in here is my most used. Something about the color, it's just the right color for me, and the blendability on this palette is incredible. If you're a beginner or you don't want to mess around with blending, you hate patchiness, and you just don't want to work hard, I'm telling you guys, this palette is a hidden gem. I first saw this palette and I was like, oh my God, that's so boring. Literally, that was my first thought. And then I used it and I was like, it has not left my top drawer. Moving on to blushes, I have one powder blush and then I have a cream blush formula. I'm actually wearing a cream blush today. Can you believe that? So I'm gonna start with the powder. I feel like I've talked about these so much, but honestly, you guys, these are the shit. They're so good. These are the Sephora Matte Perfection Blush Duos, specifically Snapdragon. I cannot get enough of this. This is such a stunning blush. Every time I wear this, people are like, what are you wearing? What blush are you wearing? It's so beautiful. I think they have 6 shades. I have, I think, 5 of them. You cannot go wrong. These are so pigmented, so blendable, so beautiful. highly recommend checking these out, and they're affordable too. I mean, because they're Sephora collection, so they're not like $30. I think they're like $14. So moving on to a cream blush that has blown me away. This brand, first of all, has been so just nice. I bought a couple of their products, then they reached out and wanted to send me the rest of their products. They sent it in the smallest package, no waste. I'm just really impressed with the brand. So this is Tower 28, which is a clean beauty brand from Sephora. The blush I have on right now is Happy Hour. This is the buildable luminous color for cheeks, eyes, and lips. You guys, I put this over a fully set face. I've done that many times and it works beautifully. This shade is my favorite because it's that just, I don't know, lit from within baby doll pink shade. So I'm gonna blend it out. So this is Happy Hour. You guys, it's so beautiful. They also have Magic Hour, which is more of like that muted, I would say kind of peachy color if you like just more of a neutral look. So I'm gonna put that in the middle. These are so pretty and hydrating, but the fact that you can put them over set makeup is a huge deal to me because I'm somebody that I do like to set my makeup. And then they also have Golden Hour, which is a really burnt kind of orange red, well, I wouldn't say red, orange sunset color. So you can see you have like an orange, a peach, and then like that coral pink. These are gorgeous. I'm telling you, if you like cream blushes or you feel like blush always looks dry on you, these are phenomenal. I cannot say enough good things about the brand. I can't wait to try more from them, but I had to say these are a standout because the fact that I can use them even as somebody who sets my face fully, I mean, there's no disruption. These are a phenomenal product. I cannot wait to see what else they come out with. In terms of highlighter, I was trying to think, and there's a lot that I like, but if I had to recommend one that I have used probably more than anything, I think I recommended this last year, so I'm gonna move quickly. This is the Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette, the first one. I use these two shades like nobody's business. You can see there's a dent in them, but this has lasted me forever. I'm wearing it right now. Honest to God, I think this is one of my most used highlighters. This and the Melt Cosmetics, I can link them down below. They have the same texture. I really just can't even say enough good things about this. I bought the second palette and I do not recommend that. So I only like this one. You guys, honest to God, I use this so much. This is a staple product. I'm so glad, like money well spent. It's so beautiful. I mean, it's basically like the Ofra highlighters or the MAC highlighters, anything like that. The texture on these is so lightweight. It doesn't enhance your texture heavily. It's not powdery. This is stunning. So I wanted to move quickly, but I cannot see myself not having this in my makeup collection. So now we're on to eyeshadows, okay? So these are like the big daddies. I know everybody gets super into eyeshadow, so I'm gonna tell you my top pick for like a high-end eyeshadow palette. I can't get enough of this. This is the Natasha Denona Metropolis palette. I'm wearing it on my eyes today with another product I'm gonna mention. You guys, this palette is just banging. It's so good. Some of these shades in here are like a cream formula. So I have this shade on today. I have a little bit of this shade on. I'm trying to think which other shade I went in with. Was it this one? Yes. So these are like my most used, just beautiful creamy brown shades. The metallics in here are gorgeous. I mean, I wouldn't expect anything less. These blend like a dream. I just think this is a beautiful neutral palette. You can go, you know, with these different colors down here or the green route. There's a blue in here. I think this is a phenomenal neutral palette and I really love it. I really do reach for it more than any other Natasha Denona palette. I think it's beautiful, and when I want a neutral look, it just blends easy. It's just no fuss. I love this palette. My next pick, I haven't used a ton, but I have to say when I use it, it performs beautifully. This is the Tati Beauty Textured Neutrals Volume 1 palette. This palette is gorgeous. For me, the standouts are the mattes. This matte black, I've never had a black that worked this well. I used that to smoke out my top lash line today. The mattes on this blend incredibly. The metallics are really interesting. They're very smooth. This gunmetal one kills me. I used this in a video when I did a review on this. The sequins are not probably the ones I'm gonna use the most, but I have seen some beautiful looks with them. The shades Aura are just so gorgeous. And then they have like this really pretty blue kind of pink shift. The mattes, I think, is what most people struggle with. I mean, obviously metallics you just kind of put on the lid or whatever. Mattes are the hardest to formulate from what I've seen and the hardest to blend. These blend so easily, so I think she did a beautiful job. It's nice and weighted. It feels expensive. I know it's sold out right now, but I think she's gonna work on a pre-order, so I'll just link her website down below, but I highly recommend checking this out when it restocks. Next up is the Huda Beauty Mini Obsessions palettes. This is the nude medium. This is the newest one to me I purchased. I just think these nude mini palettes are so wearable, so beautiful. They blend beautifully. They have great pigment. I also love her neon ones. And not the green one though. I like the neon pink and the neon orange. Really any of her mini palettes, I like the formula. They're beautiful, metallic, easy to use. I think this is such a nice just concept because you do get 9 shades, so you can kind of do a ton of different looks with these little palettes. They're travel friendly and the price isn't too bad. These were recently on sale, so I don't know if they are anymore, but I would pay full price for these. So I really enjoy these. Really any of Huda's eyeshadows I enjoy. I like her color stories. I think the packaging is beautiful. They're easy to work with, so if you haven't tried Huda shadows, I would look into those. And then I also did want to mention this Whatever palette from Colourpop. I think this color story is absolutely gorgeous. This is like fall, holiday, just yumminess. Any Colourpop palettes, honestly, their little $12 palettes or these palettes, I love. I mean, I like the Kathleen Lights, their collaborations. I just think their formula is beautiful. I only struggled recently with that gold palette, 1 shade in there, but usually I have no problem with Colourpop shadows. They blend beautifully, they're pigmented, sometimes there's glitters, Super Shock, they have different formulas. So I love the color story in this palette, but I love a lot of Colourpop palettes. I didn't want to sit here and go through like 10. Same thing with the Huda Beauty. I just know that I like the formula, I like the color story. So whatever color story speaks to you, I think Colourpop palettes are beautifully formulated. I do have a code with Colourpop. It's an affiliate code and it is site-wide now. It used to be not on collabs, but it is now. So anything Kathleen's, Makeup Shayla, Becky G, any of that. I am Becky G, any of that. You can use my code site-wide, which I think is great, and it gets you 10% off. So this would be my top pick in terms of color story, but really any Colourpop eyeshadows I love. I have one kind of finisher or topper that I'm wearing on my lid right now that I cannot get enough of, and these are from Artist Couture. They're the Diamond Lights finishers. These are so pretty. I'm wearing Diamond Bronze right now, and I have Golden Hour, also Icy Girl. I think I have like 4 of these. These are so beautiful. You don't need a glitter glue. You don't need anything but your finger or a brush. I'm gonna swatch for you. So they look kind of crumbly in the pan, or not in the pan, in the little jar. They're like a loose pigment. And then when you apply them, I mean, wow. You could use these as a highlight as well. So this one is Golden Hour, and then the one I'm wearing is Diamond Bronze. Let me swatch it for you. So here is the Diamond Bronze, which is on my lid, and then Golden Hour. Beautiful, you guys. Honest to God, if you just have like a matte eyeshadow palette but you want something to beef it up, these are beautiful. Why do I always say beef it up? It kind of grosses me out. Whenever I say that, I'm thinking of like a cow. Like if you want to amp it up and make it look more beautiful and iridescent and you just feel like your looks are kind of lackluster, these are incredible. They do have a set right now. I can't remember which shade. I think it's Golden Hour, and it comes with their new gloss that is beautiful. It's like a nude gloss. So I'll link that down below as well. It's a really good deal, but these are so beautiful. You can use them as highlights, inner corner, on the lid. Love these. Moving on to mascara, I have one to talk about. I really love the Too Faced Damn Girl, but then this one came along and dethroned her, even though I still do like her. This is the Givenchy Volume Disturbia Mascara. Oh my word. This makes my lashes actually show up, which is like the impossible, okay? This has done more for my lashes than any other mascara. I cannot even tell you. I did a video and I was like looking in the viewfinder and I'm like, you can see my lashes. Like it was insanity. So this is top drawer. It's replaced everything else. I'm obsessed with it. It has that really kind of plastic spiky wand that almost like you can feel it on your lashes and you're like, whoa, like it kind of like tickles your eyelid. But this is such a good mascara. I just think that this does more for my lashes than any other mascara I've ever tried. So this is my top pick. If you wanted to look for a mascara and you really struggle and you just like don't have much to work with, check this one out. Moving on to setting sprays, I have 2 that I want to talk about. This one is the Catrice HD Active Freezing Spray. I am down to here. This is super affordable. They say this is a long-lasting one, and it's not, and I think that's why it has kind of weird reviews. This is truly a hydrating setting spray. It just really gives you that dewy look, melts your powders in. It's super affordable. I'm almost out, and I will repurchase. And then also the Farsali Rose Gold Skin Mist. I love this. This is my second bottle, and I'm down to here. Beautiful, hydrating, again, very similar. They both do similar things. You don't see any of the gold flecks or anything like that. It just really melts into the skin. These are beautiful setting sprays, my top 2 picks. Moving into lips, I'm really gonna narrow this down to the best of the best because I love lip products and I could go on for days. My favorite lip liner right now is the Melt Cosmetics lip liners. So I have 2 here. I have Foxy and Headbang. I'm wearing Foxy right now, and then Headbang is right here. Headbang is a great kind of warm nude. If you don't know where to go, I would go for Headbang. These are dupes. Literally, it has to be the same formula as the Pat McGrath lip liners. I think I even prefer these a little bit more. And then I have Foxy on right now, which is more cool toned, so it really gives you that contoured look. These are long lasting, very creamy. They don't tug. They're easy to get that precision. I love these. Like, I'm serious. I love these. I purchased these myself and I'm obsessed. So if you're looking for a beautiful lip liner that's creamy but wears a good amount of time, you can shade in your lips. Beautiful shades. I would start with Headbang, and if you want more of a cool tone contour, go for Foxy. In terms of lipstick, I had a few formulas I wanted to mention. So this one is the bullet lipstick choice for me. This is the Frankie Rose Cosmetics, and this is the shade Apricot or Apricot. I'm wearing this right now, and every time I wear this on Instagram, everybody's like, what are you wearing? What's on your lips? This is a great formula. It's not super drying. It's not slippy, slidey. It stays on for a good amount of time. Beautiful, beautiful color. So I had to mention this because this is top drawer. It was in my purse actually because I love it. This would be one that I would take with me because I want to reapply it. So this shade Apricot, I adore. In terms of liquid lipstick, I'm realizing that I like different unique formulas more so than the typical like dry down liquid lipstick formula that we used to see. So this first product is Clé de Peau. I know it's expensive, but you guys, the shade. This is the Cream Crush Radiant Liquid Rouge Matte. I am in love with this formula. When I first swatched it, I was like, ooh, that's dry. It's not super crazy pigmented. But you guys, this lasts on the lips so well. It's not drying. It doesn't give you that butthole lip, which I know we all hate, like that line in the middle of your lips. This is such a long wear, beautiful, comfortable product. So when you touch it, there is a little bit of transfer because it's not like full dry down matte, but it looks matte on the lips. It has like a moussey feel to it. So beautiful. I love this formula. I opt for this over any of like the really drying like the ABH or anything like that because I feel like they get really crumbly and crusty, and long term I just wouldn't choose those because I feel like they would just crumble off or I'd get that line, and this is a safe bet to wear all day and you can reapply it. I love this. I know it's pricey, but this is one of my top picks for the year. My next pick are the new Patrick Ta lip creams. I have She's Unapologetic, She's Independent right here. These are a satin kind of liquid lipstick, so very, very pigmented, and they do not dry down like to a matte, so these are really comfortable. If you can't get on board with the super matte lips, I would recommend checking these out. High pigment, I would go in store if you can or research the shades that you want because they all kind of have a very unique undertone to them. So this is She's Independent, which is more brown, and then She's Unapologetic, which is like a light kind of pinky shade. Very, very pretty. I love these. These are beautiful to kind of put in the center of your lips and blend out. They have a good wear time on them. Again, they will transfer though because they have a hydrating feel to them, so they're not like the suction dried down. My last lipstick pick is the Lime Crime Plushies. I love this. I love Rosebud. These are like a watery stain. Again, super thin formula, and they leave this beautiful color on your lips, and because they're so thin, They don't bunch up, you don't get that line, and they're so comfortable. So right here I have the shade Rosebud, which is my favorite, and then I also have Turkish Delight. So they also do have like nude shades. They have a ton of different shades. These are stunning. So maybe I'm kind of into the more hydrating or the thin formulas because the really thick pigmented kind of colors just get so thick, and then I get that line and they crack. These do not do this. This is like a stain almost, and it gives me kind of that popsicle lip. I can do like a really brown nude lip liner, and then I put Rosebud in the center, and I love it. In terms of lip gloss, I still am in love with my KKW glosses. I still love the bronze, the super nude. I'm obsessed. So I didn't want to be repetitive, but my new kind of favorite, I really like this, but I have to say it's very thick. Like, she thick, girl. Like, if you don't like sticky thick, do not buy these. But if you like a MAC lip gloss, something that's gonna hang on forever, the Alamar Cosmetics, the colors are so pretty. So here's the shade Coquetta, and this is what I have on top of that Frankie Rose lipstick. These are high shine. I love the colors. And then I also have, I think I have all the shades actually. This is Chula, which is a really light, like little goes a long way. These are really pigmented. Oh my gosh, these are so beautiful though. I just love the formula. They give you those glass, really like juicy lips. Again, very sticky, very thick, but I enjoy that. They just make your lips look so juicy, and they hang on forever. Like, these are long lasting because they're not like an oil. They're not like a balm. These are thick, sticky, but I love that formula. So these are probably like one of my top picks. These and the KKW glosses are probably my top picks. So I have 3 brushes that changed my makeup game this year, and I have to talk about them. I never really was a believer in the high-end brushes, and now I feel like some of them are overpriced, but some of them really are so worth it. The standout brush for me this year that I had to talk about is the Sonia G Face One. This brush is incredible. I honestly have never felt a softer brush. This is perfect for if you go overboard with your, contour or your blush and you want to blend it out, if you want to set your face with powder, if you want to touch up. This brush is the softest brush I've ever felt. I loved the Kevyn Aucoin, I think it was the Kevyn Aucoin powder brush. This blows it out of the water. It's expensive, but it's so worth it. I use it every single day, you guys. I'm not kidding. Every single day since I got it, I want a backup. Like, that's how much I love it. So I just use it to, touch up. I use it to set my face. If I'm not using a sponge, I'll just use this all over. This brush is incredible. It's so worth the investment. I've used some other Sonia G brushes and I thought they were nice, but this one stands out to me. It's top drawer, one of my favorite brushes. This next brush is from Chikuhodo, and this is the T2 Face Powder Brush. I am in love with this brush for bronzing. Something about this, you could use it for blush, bronzer, really a ton of different things. I just feel like this blends my powder in so well. I was having issues with patchy contour, patchy bronzer, and this solved that for me. It's so soft. I use it every single time I do my bronzer now, and I just really think it makes a difference in blending things out. I have a cheek brush from them, like a blush brush, and I do like it, but this stands out to me. Just helps me get rid of that patchiness and that skipping for my contour bronzer. You could use this for blush. You could use it to powder your face. I just think it's really worth the investment. It just blends like a dream. And then the last brush I've mentioned before is the Chikuhodo contour brush. This is the most interesting brush probably in my collection. It is so small, but it is incredibly soft. And I've shown this and demoed it in videos, but I just kind of apply my contour. I don't use this every day. I use it for like full glam if I'm filming, stuff like that. But I apply my contour and I just kind of blend it back and forth, and then I sweep up to really blend it up. And this gives you that like sharp, chiseled contour look. It's so soft, I can't even begin to describe it because it just blends everything out. So again, no skipping, no patchiness. I just think this is a game changer. When I got this, I thought this shape is so bizarre. Like, how is this gonna work? But it's so soft that it really just buffs, and you can just buff it up and make sure that there's not like a harsh line, but you still get that really sharp effect. So in an effort to not make this video so long, because I feel like it's already crazy long, I will link down below like shampoos, Olaplex, my purple shampoo, the stuff that I use, because I've mentioned this in my Sephora recommendations video, so I don't want to be repetitive, so I'll link those down below. But I have one hair tool that I've gotten since then, or I purchased since then, and I'm obsessed with. So as you guys know, I've been kind of waving my hair a lot recently. I just feel like it's super easy. It lasts for a couple days. I really like the style of it. So I originally bought a hair, like a 3-barrel hair waver off Amazon, and it would not heat up. It would like heat up and then stop working in the middle of me doing my hair. I would have to hold the clamp down for like 20 seconds to get it to do anything. It took forever. It just kept turning on and off. It wasn't working, and I was frustrated, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get the expensive one. This is from Amika, so you can get this at Sephora, and this is their 3-barrel waver, which is how I have my hair styled right now. And whenever you see my hair like this is amazing. I don't even turn it on the highest setting. I believe it goes up to like 400 or 450 even. I keep it on 180, the lowest setting. It heats up quickly. It never stops working. And I literally just hold it 1, 2, 3, and then I go down. Like this is so fast. It's worth the money for me because it's functional. It heats up quickly. It works quickly. I have it on my hair for less time at a lower setting. The other one, I would like jack up to 450, and I was like, it's not hot. Like it wasn't working. And I was like, forget this. Like, I know that sometimes you don't want to spend a lot of money on a product, and I totally get that. But for me, it not working, I wasted whatever it was, $30 on it, and I couldn't get my money back. Like it just wasn't working. So I would rather invest in something that works because I do style my hair like this a lot. So I had to talk about this. I purchased this myself. Absolutely swear by this. If you want, you know, the crimped hair, it's not crimped, the waved hair that everybody's kind of wearing lately, this is my top pick. Of course, you can get a more affordable option, but from my experience, it didn't work. It was like breaking, and it just wouldn't heat up. And I would spend like 45 minutes trying to do this. With this, I can do my hair in like 15. And to wrap this up, I almost forgot to talk about perfume, but I have one that I've really been loving. Of course, there's a bunch that I like, but I don't want to be here forever. And the one that I would recommend, if you just want like a sweet, just like cozy scent that works anytime, you never get a headache, I love this. So this is the Ariana Grande Cloud perfume. I purchased the small spray size, and it's about halfway done. So I went ahead and got this. Well, I don't think it's the full size. This is the 1 ounce. Because I have so many perfumes, I didn't want to get like the 3.4 ounce one. First of all, the packaging is beautiful, but this is so yummy. It has pear in it, has vanilla, it has coconut. It's just like a musky, sweet scent. It's not super, super fruity. It's more of like that coconut vanilla. I absolutely love this. Never gives me a headache. I just feel like this smells incredible. You can mix this with other perfumes. I like to mix. So this is my top pick right now. I just find every time I sit down at my vanity, I want to spray this on me because it just makes me feel good. So I think we're finally to the end of the best of 2019. These are the products that stand out to me that I reach for more than anything else. There's so many products to choose from, but these are like the best of the best. So if I didn't talk about a product, I might link it down below as like an honorable mention, because this video is going to be so long, and I'm going to try to like keep it short as I can, or as short as I can. So I'll have everything linked down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you've tried these products or what your holy grails are for the year. Check out BeautyStat. That vitamin C serum has changed my skin, I'm telling you. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.